All augmented. Not simply arc. The repercussions we have been cast as the villain once.
E se me pacifico.
Despite our denial. Despite our dedication to the peace
Can't do with those, man.
It will only serve to strengthen their justification. That's why they
Anomaly detected. Trace access granted.
Lazarus here because I was warning you not to close the book on it just yet. Here's Taeyong Medical. Safe again. Safe again? NYM comes out with the fucking discourage of the Patriot Act, and in the 600 8 countries have made it mandatory. How long after that before it's mandatory for every single anatomical sack walking this planet? 5 years? 10? And the pathetic
At least I won't feel the rats gnawing.
Crossing the desert. In this case, Diomante.
fall in pieces.
I was at the pit just now. Did you hear what happened?
We heard the cops showed up. Some guys dead.
Yes, it was horse.
Did
He gave them some attitude. It was sick. He didn't deserve that.
A police minority brutalizing an unarmed minority. That sounds familiar.
Serve to strengthen their justification.
It is hard to ask. They want to lay down in front of our dresses. Only in this way will the authentic be accepted.
Everywhere we go today, cops looking at us sideways, accusing us, assuming we're criminals.
Some teenagers threw Molotov cocktails at them. The cops beat them so bad, one of those poor kids died.
Greed followers and our own inability to take preventative measures. Now, we're neck deep in neuropozyne, bats, oil, like Dorothy trying to bring the fucking Tin Man back to life. Trying to get out of this. Let's see our papers, please. This is the oldest Illuminati trick in the book.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
It's all well and good to demand they carry papers, to keep them holed up in ghettos and such. We still have no way. Back then, I doubt if I will after the so-called Human Restoration Act. Otherwise known as human. Are we protecting ourselves?
That's what everyone says when they're tempted to strike out. Strike back.
Wrench.
Think to create each other. More violence will only escalate violence. Ship buckles down. Won't be understood. That's what everyone says when they're cold.
We're asking questions. I can go.
Because Sigmund is watching.
The ship is about to go down. You don't want to be understood.
I mean the all-seeing eye of the
Train station.
Can't do my own, man.
Get the hell out of here, Clank. We've been cleared through the checkpoint already.
I don't like the cops being here anymore than you. What do you think? The investigation tells me that
It's just like animals.
Rucker himself.
Why not go over there and tell them to go away? Maybe I will. Somebody has to stand up. Let them know it's not a threat. It's police. To shut up. Get us arrested.
You probably saved a lot of lives by telling us this, Hanser.
Oh yeah, I'm a regular hero. I bet they will have a
With my partner gets here, escort you to our safe house. Well, the ship is about to go down. And I fear the repercussions will... Shut up!
On yourself, sir.
I will have an sure they will intend to attack me.
We have been...
You're under arrest. Get over there.
Despite our dedication to the peaceful advancement despite the fact that some of our people were killed in the ship closing the station.
That's what everyone says when they're cold.
I don't like the cops being here anymore than you. What do you expect?
I urge you.
There's another bombing in Prague. They need someone to blame.
It's just like animals.
Why not go over there and tell them to go away?
You probably saved a lot of lives by telling us this, Hanser.
Oh yeah, I'm a regular hero. I bet they will have a statue of me in the town square and everything.
If your sister is with Ark, we are the only people who can help her.
I have seen the way you help people. Hoarding all the posing and then handing it out as a reward when we stab each other in the back.
A little late for that now, isn't it?
I had to tell the police, I had to! I need the posy! The clinic's only giving out half doses this week.
You'll be lucky to get out of here alive, I bet.
Being police is no excuse for cruelty. Why are you doing this?
Fucking heads up!
I'm sick of you! We don't want you here! All of City is not a prison! Being police is no excuse for cruelty! Why are you doing this? I'm sick of you! We don't want you here! All of City...
We do not see many shiny wrenches in here.
You will force us to use force!
Anything? I need neuropozyne, please.
I know with absolute certainty we were sent here to these crates and containers to die. My skin is crawling.
in. Despite our... You all have caused in... Get moving!
Nedělejte problémy. No hele, celý nablejskanej v téhle posraný díře.
You want to start something too?
There's all kinds of crazy.
Disperse, or you will be taken in! No You people, now what? What other lies have you come to tell me?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm here to see Sokol. He's expecting me.
Which one? My husband Dushan or his foolish brother Tibor? I guess it doesn't matter which one. The police took them both to the Narrows to torture them for information they do not have.
It's bad in Prague, and it's even worse here. What happened?
Have you no feelings? My husband and his brother, both augmented people like you, were beaten and taken away by the police. Tibor said he knew someone who could get us out of here. Is that supposed to be you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Normally they only take ARC members. Tibor is ARC. He has been taken before. But now, after the bombing, they come for Tibor. Dushani asks why, and then they take my Dushan. He has done nothing. Nothing.
Do you know where they were taken?
I told you already. The Narrows. Instead of asking stupid questions, why don't you do something?
I know this is hard for you.
This is not about me! This is about my family!
And I want to help.
Then go and do that. I need to clean up this mess. No, not when you're armed.
They've tried to take our guns away from us for so many years, and that's one of the good things about this war. Stop them! You all have caused enough trouble. Get moving!
Hey, put that away.
Get the asses out!
We will be watching the UN closely.
I am running out of patience.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
At the feet of all augmented, not simply harm. And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve, the strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protestations, despite our dedication to the peaceful advancement of our cause, despite the fact that some of our own were killed in the
said you want to help. Go and help.
I know it is. Get your spectral asses out.
Chicane, we got a problem. Our contact's been swept up by the police.
I heard about cops in Gollum, Jensen. Your Interpol ID won't get you any kindness with them.
That's all right, I didn't bring it with me. They're holding him in a place called the Narrows. I'll contact you after I find him.
You want some?
Police is no excuse for cruelty. Why are you doing this? Move! Sick of you!
We are augmented.
This to your
Sorry, I won't do it. They want you here.
Do this. We like
Stay calm and disperse, or we will break up the crowd ourselves.
Move it!
Ark will fix this. You'll see.
You don't want to go any further, handsome.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
But I can't help but feel Second Amendment somehow blind in.
Nope, you're not getting through.
I'm dying.
Folks have caused enough problems. Get moving.
Anything? Please help a lady to ease her suffering.
Has been laid on me. At the feet of me. Not simply.
I will open fire if you do not comply.
The strength of our conviction.
Nothing but bullies.
We are maintaining the purpose that they once again.
Watch this one.
You could do something about this. You knew here?
I gave up on that. Long-winded and bored. Bored.
He's talking about our lives.
So what? I don't need
Get back to work.
Brother, watch it. The cops are everywhere today.
I noticed that. Are you Tibor?
Yes, you're late, Interpol.
I know. I spoke to your sister-in-law. She told me what happened.
Adila, is she all right?
It seems like she can take care of herself.
Yes, she can. You know I can't help you. It's too dangerous now.
Tibor, I can get you out of here.
And then what? They go back to my housing unit and take me again?
And what if you're not there?
No, no. Please, that will just make it worse. They know who I am. They went after my family.
Interpol has promised to get you and your family out of here to safety.
Safety? There is no safety. Only tyrants who prey on the weak and the innocent.
All right, Tibor, listen. I understand why you can't come with me, but I still need to get to Rucker, or what happened to you and your family today will happen to others. I'll smooth it over with Interpol. Is there any other way you can help me?
There's a man, a smuggler, Louis Galois. He imports items for Talos, neuropozyne, whiskey. He could get you in, but you'd have to do him a favor. He likes favors.
That's something. Any other ideas?
My keycard to get to Ark territory is gone. One of the cops took it. Probably still has it on him.
Thanks, I'll look into it.
Please, I know you don't owe me anything, but if you see my brother Dusan, help him. If anything happens to him, Adela will kill me.
Of that, I have no doubt. I'll see what I can do. Chicane, get a message to Miller. Sokol's backed out of the deal.
Why am I not surprised?
He's just looking after his family. Besides, it's not a complete wash. He gave me some options on how to get into Ark on my own.
Well, just be careful, Jensen. This arsehole obviously can't be trusted. Let me know when you're in.
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
Good. That is what I want to hear. Surrounded by clanks.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Bust in there and clean them out.
I don't know anything.
Maybe I'm not making myself clear. See if I can persuade you to talk. Try not to bruise you up. Like playing games?
Just one arc, son of a bitch.
Let you get off. Have it your way.
me verrouiller.
Se nemůžeme přestat.
Bust in there and clean them out.
Hey, how about you deal with these cops first, okay? Then we can talk.
Just leave me alone, Wrench.
These assholes might try something.
Prison within a prison. That makes no sense.
Hey, how about you deal with these cops first, okay? Then we can talk.
It doesn't matter if they're a grandmother or a schoolboy. If they have a knock, they're a threat. Am I right?
I was saying that before the incident.
I can't believe they bomb our city and complain about their rights.
Exactly.
Leave me alone.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Mr. Jensen, this is Otar Botkovere. I hear you are in the Utulek complex.
Keeping tabs on me, Botkovelli?
It is time for that favor you owe me. There is a shopkeeper named Galwa in the city markets. I want you to eliminate him.
I'm not in the assassination game.
How you take care of this problem is your business. But I expect you to keep your word.
Those cops won't be a problem anymore.
Too bad. I was just starting to warm up to them.
I can try and get some more down here if that's what you want.
No. It is better this happens now before I become too attached. You mind untying me?
Sure.
So, was it Tibor or Adela that asked you to help me? Or something else?
A man getting savagely beaten isn't something I can just watch, regardless of the reason.
Well, you know cops, right? Assholes do not need a reason.
I do know cops, and whether it's right or wrong, there's always a reason.
Look, all I know is that since the Ruzicka bombing, the police have been cracking down on us hard. They suspect Ark, of course, but they're blaming every og. For most of them, it's just another excuse to hurt us.
I thought you weren't a member of Ark.
My brother is. I just repair things for them sometimes. Heating units, security cameras. It is how I earn a living for my family.
Do you know if Ark was responsible for the Ruzicka bombing?
No. And I do not want to know. After this, I'm done with them. Being associated with Ark. Even if they are our only hope, it is not worth the pain. Look, you want to know what Ark is up to? You're going to have to ask them yourself.
Fair enough. How do I do that?
When you have robbed the man of all, the things... He is no longer the... He has no more of... Shit! Power? Something. Freedom. How does it go?
Are you feeling alright?
It is this week's passphrase. It is Selznick or Solzhenitsyn. Ah, I got it. When you rob a man of everything, he is no longer in your power. He is free again. Just remember the quote. It'll get you past Lubosh. He guards the way to the Ark elevator. Just repeat the quote, and he will let you in.
This'll help, thank you.
It is the least I can do. Thanks to you, I get to sleep in my own bed tonight.
Please, help my brother.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Access granted.
It's just not fair. I thought that having a baby would be the greatest day of our lives, but now...
I know. I'm scared too.
Is it right, do you think, for us to bring a baby into the world? What kind of parents would force their child to grow up in a place like this?
You're suggesting what I think you're suggesting. I don't know.
To intimidate, to accuse.
Leave us alone. You're bothering my wife.
And some of you will be tempted to strike out. Strike back. I urge you to refrain. More violence will only escalate the situation. It will be their justification. I know it is ultimate. Be accepted into the world again. I speak to all of you. Not as the leader of as your neighbor, friend, our only source may be knowledge, certainty, right.
Try something. Santa, restore
They must feel the nooses of their necks.
Don't be a problem.
I have no money on me.
A little this situation.
Yeah, well, Tibor almost certainly is. I took some kind of passcode, key card. I've got a good idea of what it's for. No, an elevator. Useless. To us, unless we want to start a real war, which we don't.
These hands are just...
He's a small fish for sure, and Deshaun probably not even involved, but let's not throw either back without getting something out of it. Okay, checking later. Over and out. What's your second? Trapped and unusually obvious.
What? Why didn't you go check if she's okay?
Vy vypadáte nově.
Vy sem nepatří. Jasně, přijdu brzo. All you ever talk about is Rabia.
You need something? Fuck these police! They want to blame Ark, they want to blame Rucker. I hate them.
Not a temporary solution like this.
Is there something I can help you with?
You're Lubosh, right? Dushin Sokol told me Ark might have the answers I'm looking for. He sent me to you.
Dushin? I heard the police had him and his brother Tibor locked up in the Narrows.
Yeah, the cops were working Dushin over pretty good when I found him. Wasn't exactly a fair fight, so I stepped in.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine. Looking forward to sleeping in his own bed tonight.
Not a lot of people in here would be bothered to stop and help out the stranger.
What was happening wasn't right.
You took on the police by yourself, on their own turf?
And then Dushin pointed me to you.
He was right to do so, but I'm sure he would have given you something more. Some wisdom, maybe?
When you've robbed a man of everything, he's no longer in your power. He's free again.
Spoken like a true brother of the revolution. I think I even heard conviction in your voice. I'll unlock the elevator for you. Go on up.
What can you tell me about Talos?
First time I met him, he's cutting a bullet out of me while trying to explain the history of the Gulag. He has his hand stuck in my leg, and he's encouraging me to study Stalinist labor camps. 3 months later, I pass him in the throat, and he says, "Lubosh, how's the leg? Are you studying the Gulag like I suggested?" Remembered me like it was yesterday.
Sounds like he has a good memory.
No, I mattered to him. Me, a nobody, mattered to a great man like Talos Rucker. That's the kind of man he is.
How did you get involved with Ark?
I used to load freight for the Czech railway in Ostrava. After the incident, my employers were afraid of me. I was fired. So like most of the augmented in the country, I drifted into Prague, unlicensed and homeless. The police swept me up in a sewer raid one night, put a round in my leg and dumped me here. It wasn't long before Talos found me.
And he gave you work?
He gave me purpose. He's the reason I'm still alive.
Dushin said some of the police are using the Ruzika bombing as an excuse to hurt the augmented in Golem City. Why do you think that is?
They're trying to manufacture a response from Talos to get Ark to fight back.
Violence begets violence.
That's right. And if Ark responds violently, then their case against us only builds. But Talos is too smart. He won't allow Ark to be baited into a false confession, even if it means that the people we sworn to protect are hurt.
Great, thanks.
What's pumping again?
Nepřestávej na ně tlačit, někdo se brzo podvolí.
Well, you're a fancy clank, aren't you? I don't know who you were. Stay out of my way, unless you want to see the inside of a cell.
A víš jistě, že je Rabí a pro tebe to správný místo? Nezastavujte se.
You came here on purpose?
It was in the early days. Nobody knew you. But Dad...
by the time I got here.
Because I'm starving. That's not my problem. I can't afford to give away food for free.
More food than you need.
Hey, what about tomorrow? My business is the only thing keeping me from turning into a human. So, bastard!
Civilization of migrants that ravaged an entire landscape, killed the people already on it, and then swallowed itself up to the point where we began barricading ourselves in our walled cities. We were so afraid of each other. Our civilization so fast. It took us decades to transfer the same food to Europe and Asia, thousands of years. Now, we don't even know what we're trying to achieve.
Utrpěl během autovského incidentu obrovské škody a zbývá mu znovu vybudovat ještě mnoho čtvrtí. Minulý měsíc však byli čínští zástupci viděni na schůzce se samotnou evropským obyvatelským gigantem, který se nejvíce proslavil stavbou komplexu budovek v Praze.
Looks like a wrench.
Už to dlouho nevydrží. Pamatuj, že jednou budeš tyhle blbý rozhodnutí dělat ty.
Wrench. What can I help you with? You knew?
Hello? Oh, yes, English.
I made the mistake of going near the asshole.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Licensed documentation. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated on-open locations. Safety is the primary concern. Where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of them turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any breakthroughs. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you. Live.
This violence has been not simply arc. And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve, the strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protestations,
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
killed in the attack at Rosika Station. But fear has blinded our accusers. And although I know that many of you are fearful in the wake of such violence, I urge you not to become as blind. You as well as I have given our here into your arms.
Tak tohle teda nešlo.
right. Keep moving.
Jen běž.
That was some decisive action.
Go ahead. Only the best and the brightest, right? It's all bullshit.
Going to get messy.
I know. Brooker says a lot of... Okay, see you later.
Keep pushing your luck, Ranch. You really want to fuck with me?
Hello? Don't be stupid. You know what's going on.
Rounded them up like terrified sheep.
Keep at it. Fucking hands there.
You really want to fuck with me? You really want to fuck with me?
Hello? As if any of us will be invited there.
This is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting any customers today, given the unpleasantness outside.
Are you Louis Galois?
I am. If this is a referral, may I ask which of my customers was impressed enough to recommend me?
Tibor Sokol.
Ah, poor Tibor. But how may I be of service?
Let's see what you've got for sale.
Of course. Please take a look. certain?
I'll be on my way for now.
As you wish. But I hope to see you again.
As if any of us will be invited there. Understood.